So another thing that happens, we don't always know what it looks like when our man is unhappy, when we have put him through a lot of the disrespect, whether intentionally, not intentionally, knowingly, not knowingly. A lot of the men say, oh, they know it. A lot of times I feel like we don't. Regardless, it looks different. And sometimes we do not realize it until it's too late, which is why I'm having this conversation. And when it's too late, it looks way different than the way than we when we would express ourselves. So what happens is a man, he's not going to nitpick. He's not going to nag. He's not going to send novels of text. He's not going to do any of those things. Most of the time, men are crying on the inside. They don't, especially if you're the type of woman that he doesn't feel heard by you anyway. Because let's face it, a lot of times what we do, and I am guilty, I'm guilty. When we are in pain or we want things our way as women, we trivialize what they are going through. We don't like to look outside of our own pain and see their pain. So a lot of times, even when your man does come and express to you that there is an issue or he's trying to, you won't even let him. You don't. You start deflecting, well, maybe it's because you did this and I feel, and you make it all about you instead of saying, you know what, baby, I'm all ears. And all ears meaning my heart is receptive into repairing what the issue is on my end. We don't like to do that. We don't like to do that. We don't like to be accountable. We like to play the blame game. Let's be honest, ladies, we do. And it's so different. The way a man sounds when he's in pain is different because we'll shut down sex, won't we? All now because we are emotional creatures. So usually if a woman is not emotionally connected with you, fellas, if she's not emotionally connected with you, a lot of times the bedroom is going to be effective. Men are different. Most men. Most men, he can still be physical with you. Everything can be fine in the bedroom, and he can still be dying and crying inside. I will say a silent man is a very, very dangerous thing because a lot of times, since he hasn't done what we do, he hasn't expressed himself and communicated, and or maybe doesn't feel safe to. He gets silent, he gets emotionally distant. And then what do we say, ladies? He won't talk, he won't tell me, I didn't know. But why would he, honey? Why would he? You have made the foundation of this thing where he doesn't feel safe, he doesn't feel nurtured. His emotions don't feel like they have a place in this home or in this relationship with you. So he withdraws. And a lot of times we do not see that until it's too late. And then you get desperate. Then you're trying this and then you're trying that and trying to get him to speak and get him to talk because you know that this is a scary situation. I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'm not again condoning infidelity. A lot of times he can come home and still smile and still act like everything is okay. That's because that other woman outside has put a smile on his face and prepped him to come into the home with you. A lot of times she is the only thing that's salvaging the relationship. I've seen it. I know you don't like to hear it, but I'm coming to tell you the truth. So it is just again for us to be accountable to say, let me think outside of my pain. I've made this mistake before. Let me think outside of my pain and my own twisted view of my emotions versus the logic versus reality. And let's be honest, sometimes as women, it's like nothing is enough, especially when we're looking at social media. Again, we talked about this last week. You looking at social media and you looking what this dude has done and what this person has done, and you know no background of what the relationship is. You know nothing. You don't even know if it's real or fake or any sincerity. But we're gauging on these things instead of appreciating what we have. And I think that by the time we do figure that out, that you have trivialized his feelings, that you have emasculated him. Because a lot of times a man won't even say anything. Oh, but I promise you, he has taken a mental note every time you over talk him, every time you get loud, every time you call him on the phone. Where are you at? What time you coming? All of that. Why do you think that he wants to hear that? How about this? How about we say, baby, I miss you. I want to see you. How about you come home? I got your meal ready. I got your bath water made. Come home. I miss you. We want to see you. Why are we so afraid to come with the softer approach? Why are we so, it's like we are so busy self-protecting. Like you cannot let that man know, hey, I apologize, baby, for how I acted. I was a little bit insecure because, I know I done gained a few pounds and I just feel whatever the situation is. How about we do this? Work on your communication, work on your vulnerability. That's big. And once you set the pace in that, once you are the heartbeat in that, again, You watch how it turns things around in your home, but we can't do that. We are so busy being his op. What man wants to come home to his op? And we don't even realize, and I think, to be honest, we don't realize that we have become the op because you done seen your mama and your granny do it, and you listening to your girlfriends and they saying the wrong thing, and no one is coming to you saying, "Ah, baby, you looking at that wrong. That man been working hard all day with the city. That man been doing this, doing that. He's making sure he come home dirty." The last thing he wants to, I think, that again, the Proverbs tells us the correct thing when it says a man is better off on the corner of the roof of his house than inside with a nagging wife. And we don't realize that we are not saying, I made this mistake to say, you know what, baby, you are enough. You are doing enough. And even if he's not, encourage him and motivate him to do more. That will motivate him to do more. But we come doing the opposite, and you think that you're going to get good results. You're not going to get good results. And I hope this reaches for someone before it's too late, before he is automatically shut down. Because when the man is distant, he is starting to detach more and more and more and more and more. And once he is all the way detached, most of the time there's nothing you can do to get him back. He's gone. He may come home and he may be there. It may be for the children. It may be so the finances can still be. It may be for appearances, depending on his status, whatever it is. But once his heart is detached, you almost God can do anything. God can do the impossible. But you almost can bet your mind that you will never get him back. Don't let it get to that point. Don't let it get to that point. Let's watch how we treat him now. Watch how you treat him now so it won't get to that point.